spawning in the top left-hand position of Way Station, we have the pink Zerg, the pink Terran player, should I say, representing Max Flow. It's souL. And his opponent in the top right, the purple Terran, representing Evil Geniuses. It's DeMusliM. Things are very, very tense now, because souL is battling for his position in this qualifier. If he loses this map, you're going to have a very, very tough time moving forward if you want to get into WCS, because if souL loses this, he's only got definitely one more chance to qualify, and that's tomorrow night. And he's also potentially got the wild card if he's got the 200 required wins on the EU ladder. DeMusliM, though, even if he wins this, he doesn't guarantee himself a spot in WCS EU Challenger, because he's going to be facing off, if he does get through, whoever wins here will be facing off against either Stefano or Demaga in that quarter-final game. So insanely tense. DeMusliM opening very greedy this game on Way Station, which is a 3-player spawn map. However, souL is getting the first scout down. This game, DeMusliM is definitely going to be taking a little check out this game on the scouting. Game 1 he didn't scout until his actual push came in. So being a bit more tentative, making sure things are going his way. Doesn't want to get caught off guard by some kind of really aggressive build. souL mixing things up a bit. He's gone for a barracks into the gas and therefore some Reaper. Not super fast tech, instead expand off this, but DeMusliM will have the better economy. souL, though, has scouted where his opponent is on this 3-spawn position map. And what we have is actually souL, the one who doesn't get scouted again. A second Reaper on its way, going to be looking to get some damage done. And since the first Marine is only now coming out for DeMusliM, he needs to be very careful. A Reaper will beat a Marine in a one-on-one. So the bunker coming down from DeMusliM is really important. souL can get some nice damage here. More SCVs being pulled. Trying to contend with this. They managed to trap the first SCV. Going to take that down, but the first Marine gets a decent amount of damage done. The Reaper attempting to be surrounded by those SCVs of DeMusliM, but it manages to kill one SCV and one Marine now. Going to be kiting the rest of these SCVs back and back and back, racking up kills wherever he can. And of course, because he's not taking damage, regenerates back up to full health very quickly thanks to the Reaper's passive combat drugs. Scan now comes down from souL. This is just to see how many Marines there is. There anything on this high ground? Because up against these Marines, he can just keep going for this. And DeMusliM has to keep these Marines alive. Needs to actually get a decent number of them onto the field, but loses another. This is really awkward now for DeMusliM. He's already lost 4 workers. We've got a third Reaper on its way across. Another SCV being pulled as well. More SCVs dying for DeMusliM. And the trouble is, souL can just do this all day. DeMusliM opting for a Reaper of his own, but it's 1v3. It doesn't take a StarCraft genius to realise those odds favour DeMusliM, who's continuing on with his pressure, takes down a mule, really hurting that income, trying to chase off that Reaper. And both of these two players really gearing up for a firm beating. But this Reaper opening is doing so much right now for souL. And DeMusliM is now under half the worker count of his opponent. It's not looking too good. This factory and the Hellion really do help him defend this, but he is going to have to macro like a beast if he wants to get back into this. More Reapers, more Hellions coming down from DeMusliM, but he has lost 12 workers. Now, 12 workers doesn't really sound like it's crazy high in terms of the numbers, but factoring in we're only like 6-7 minutes through this game, that is massive. DeMusliM needs to be muling heavily. He's not got the base advantage anymore because souL has taken the expansion. souL has also got tech coming out behind this, whereas DeMusliM just frantically trying to get anything out that he can. And a Banshee is such a good decision in this situation because what's been forced is DeMusliM has had to get these Hellions and these Reapers out to deal with the Reapers early on from souL. That means he's got hardly any Marines. He definitely won't have a starport. Doesn't have the money to do that thanks to how many workers have been killed. And so a Banshee can just move in, uncontended, and just start working away at everything. More SCVs getting taken down here by souL, who's playing ultra harassment heavy, dealing so much damage to DeMusliM. And DeMusliM is still sitting at 17 workers. He's only just over half the number of SCVs that souL currently has. And this is just such a massive problem here for DeMusliM. He is unable to move down. Scan's still coming, trying to get a peek at what's there. Does manage to spot... Oh no, doesn't quite. Starport just out of vision range there of the scan. But still, the Banshee coming across. Cloak is going to be on its way. And there's just no anti-air. There's one Marine for DeMusliM. One. The Viking Essential. The scans are not yet banked up. Does DeMusliM know this is coming? No, he hasn't scouted again. And we're going to be seeing this Banshee now rule supreme. Getting some good damage done. Going to be looking to pick off anything it can. Cloak has now finished researching. And forward goes. GG's called. DeMusliM knows he can't hold that. And souL levels up this series to be 1-1. And we go to the ace game.